Car accidents have an enormous impact on Albertans every year. What do we know about the facts? Well, there's around 100,000 car accidents every year in Alberta. We know that around 13,000 people are injured in these accidents. Around 250 people are killed every year, most commonly people between the age of 15 and 24. We know that the number of people killed on our roads usually increases every year. We know the most common time for an accident is rush hour on Friday, and we know that not wearing your seatbelt doubles your risk of injury. The most common kind of accidents that we see at Preszler Law Firm are accidents involving rear-end collisions as well as left-turning vehicles. So someone turning left and causing a collision with somebody going straight through. The easiest way to avoid accidents when it comes to rear-end accidents is to leave space for the vehicle that's in front of you. You want to make sure that you have enough time to react and brake and not cause an accident. When it comes to being the vehicle in front, make sure that you brake early. You want your taillights to be on to give warning to the vehicle behind you so they have time to stop. When it comes to left turn accidents, remember the yellow light doesn't mean speed up, it means slow down. That's especially if there's a vehicle waiting to turn left in front of you, because we know that left-turning vehicles often wait for the yellow light to make their turn. The good news is that most people in a car accident will get better. The bad news is a significant percentage won't. We know that studies show that up to half of people suffering from concussions don't get better in the first year or longer. We know that studies show that 25% of people with whiplash don't recover and go on to suffer chronic pain. We also know that neck or back injuries can cause problems later in life with your spine by speeding up the arthritic process. Similarly, when it comes to fractures that involve a joint, like a knee, a wrist, or a shoulder, we know that those fractures can worsen over time. Generally, the cartilage in that joint can wear away. We know that it can lead to increased symptoms. We know that you may need that joint replaced over time, or you may even need it fused in place. What we tell clients is, don't just think about how you're doing now. That's important, but you have to think about how are you going to be doing 10 or 20 years from now. Are these injuries going to mean you retire early? Are your medical expenses going to increase as you get worse? Know your injury before you settle. Know if you're going to get better. Know that if you still have problems 2 years after an accident, that means you now have a chronic injury, and it may not get better. In fact, probably won't get better. When you hire a good lawyer, they're going to be concerned about two things. They're going to be concerned about now, how are you doing now? Meaning, can we get you better? They want to make sure the insurance company is going to cover all of your treatment. But they're also going to be concerned about the future. And that means fair compensation. It means every single penny that's taken away from you, now or in the future, has to be returned to you. Every single dollar of lost income, every dollar for medical expenses, out-of-pocket expenses, and fair compensation for your pain and suffering. For more information about motor vehicle claims or car accidents, call Preszler Law.